The Wisconsin Historical Society is celebrating its 175th anniversary this year.
As part of the celebration, the Historical Society is highlighting stories about some of Wisconsin's visionaries. And one of them is Native American leader Ada Deer, a member of the Menominee tribe of Wisconsin.
Rebecca Comfort is the American Indian Nation Liaison for the Wisconsin Historical Society. Welcome to Live at 4.
Thank you for having me.
Hi, good to see you.
So for people not familiar, who is Ada Deer?
Ada Deer is many things, among them a member of the Menominee Indian tribe of Wisconsin, as you had mentioned. Ada is also known as a social worker, an educator, a diplomat, a tribal leader are among her numerous titles, but I think she's really well known nationally as being a champion and an activist for the rights of Native people and for Indian self-determination as well.
Yeah, she is a legend,
yes, for
sure. Why is she so important to Wisconsin history?
So Ada, back in the 1960s, which was during the Indian policy era in the federal government for Indian Indian termination, which effectively revoked the federal recognition status of the Menominee Indian tribe of Wisconsin. Ada, in her advocacy, was one of the founding members of DRUMS, which is the Determination of Rights and Unity for Menominee stakeholders. Through advocating and lobbying for the restoration of the Menominee Nation's federal recognition status, Ada was really instrumental in that success in 1973.
She also had a national influence.
She did, you're correct. So following Ada's advocacy initially for her own Native community and tribe, Ada was appointed by then President Bill Clinton in 1993 to serve as the head of the U.S. Bureau of Indian Affairs. Ada was the first woman to serve in said position. She served from 1993 until 1997, and the first Native American woman as well.
Is she still involved in Native American issues today? Is she still involved in activism and promoting the cause?
Ada is still very actively involved, following her very lengthy political career, which I should also mention included leading the Menominee Nation. She was the first woman to chair the Menominee Nation following the successful reinstatement of their federal recognition in 1973, followed by a couple of runs for Congress, being appointed by the BIA. And after her political career, which I would say is very much still active, Ada led the UW-Madison American Indian Studies program and was instrumental in developing a number of courses, both within American Indian Studies as well as the social work program at UW-Madison. Ada has remained active and involved both in political and academic arenas since then. So she's very busy. She had a book that came out about a year ago or so, Ada Deer Making a Difference. And as she said at one of her recent chats that I had the pleasure to attend, this deer is still here.
And living in Fishbury, as a matter of fact. So where can people find out more information on the stories you're highlighting in the 175th campaign?
Yeah, absolutely. For the full host of impressive change makers, visionaries, and storytellers that we have, you can go to wisconsinhistory.org and click on our 175 campaign to read more about Ada Deer and many other extraordinary members and Wisconsinites in history.
These are all amazing stories, and these are all people all of us in Wisconsin should know.
Absolutely.
We should know about their contribution.
Yes. Go to the website. Rebecca, thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you, Rebecca. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.